Hello trainers, Kanato here, and today we're diving together into Weather Cup of Great League with the team that brought me to Expert. We're having the Sandslash up on the lead, followed up by the safe switch of the Kingdra and the closer Swampert. So about Swampert, I did not use the Shadow one, but instead the regular one, because a lot of Blazikens existed in the meta, and I did not want at all my Swampert to be Shadow so that I can lose to the 2-shield scenario. Keeping the 2 shields for the end game for the Swampert is gonna be mainly our key here, and we're gonna apply a lot of pressure with the switch in matchup with our Kingdra. You just saw how easy it was for Kingdra to destroy down the Blaziken, do a lot of damage to the Cradily, and now it all depends on the final Pokemon. Let's pressure now a lot with our Sandslash here, because we can definitely farm down after taking one whole move on our Pokemon. Of course they had the debuff. Now Swampert comes in immediately. They have 1 HP on the Blaziken, switch out to the Kingdra and straight for the nuke to destroy down that Shadow Kingdra of their own, and that's gonna be a fantastic start to the video. Into the next one now with the Lantern up on the lead. You're gonna see a lot of Lanterns on Weather Cup, and this video will be no exception at all. So about this one is not the best lead. We're gonna go for the Bulldoze, and then we will try to catch the Surf on the Kingdra. This is not gonna happen here. Thunderbolt will connect for big damage on the Dragon type Pokemon, and we cannot even reach the Octazooka because their Kingdra is gonna be Shadow. Bad luck here, but still we can return into the battle with our Sandslash, blocking here once and try to completely farm down after them not being able to reach to the debuff. We can get out of here with a lot of energy now. Lantern returns, and we can definitely take that final shield out with the Bulldoze. So down it goes, and now my Swampert can go in safely, tank this move, keep that shield alive, and all we have to do is to reach to the Earthquake and the Dream against their Lantern. Now we're gonna block, because it seems like that whatever there is at the back might be also weak to my Swampert, and we were right, because it's gonna be a poison type Pokemon on the face of the Tentacruel, able to farm down. We can reach to the Earthquake and the nuke on the Lantern, and that is gonna be another fantastic game for our team. Monty something into the next one with another Lantern up on the lead. Our Sandslash has to do a lot of work against that Pokemon, and once again we know that they charge up to a Thunderbolt with 7 of those fast attacks. Gonna take advantage of that. We're gonna try and count those moves. They need 5 for the Surf, 7 for the Thunderbolt, and after that first one we'll try to catch one Surf on the Kingdra. This is not gonna happen once again. However, some trainers tend to go for the Surf and do severe damage to that Sandslash, so catching of the Kingdra can be the key here. Doesn't matter at all, we got the Octazooka. Even after getting hit a lot by those smackdowns, we can apply the debuff once again, and now all we have to do is to go in with the Swampert. So those battles are all from the stream, so you can see that not only we're gonna play this team a lot lately, but also we're having a lot of successful battles, so that's why I recommend this team to you. That Bastiodon is getting pretty low, not gonna charge it up to a full scale because I know I can farm down right after. I managed to see the third Pokemon, which is the Pelipper, and now my Sandslash can do a lot of work against that Pokemon. Perhaps I need to sacrifice a shield here, because the Weather Ball can be fatal for me, and I still can pressure a lot with my Ice Punches. Gonna get there now to another Weather Ball for my Sandslash. This time I'm gonna take it, because I'm pretty sure that this Hydro Cannon can put an end to the Pelipper. One more for the knockout, but perhaps they can survive. Yes, they can, that is impressive, but still we got the shield up, able to block and of course farm down right after the Pelipper. At the back there is gonna be the Lantern, which returns into the battle for the second time, and having now the Earthquake for the nuke, and now Bastiodon stands no chance at all. We should be able to reach to the Hydro Cannon before they do something weird at us, and of course Swampert will wrap things up here. Into the next one now with the Ray Watto trainer with the Jellicent, and Shadow Sandslash is not gonna be here, only the regular one, so we're just gonna use the Shadow Claw from our regular Sandslash, doing a lot of work against them, and all we have to do is to land one Bulldoze. Instead they managed to try and catch on their own Sandslash. That was a weird strategy. Swampert now goes in, and all we have to do is to bring it to no HP with a potential Earthquake. However, those are my first battle with this team, and I was not aware that at this amount of HP they could go ahead and survive that Hydro Cannon. So I went for the Hydro Cannon and then saw that it was not enough. So next time you are in a situation like this, just get to the Earthquake and finish that Sandslash much faster. So able to finish them off. Now they will return with the Jellicent for sure. They can farm it down, which is a bummer, and of course we can go in now with the Sandslash and return the favor of that hard hitting move. I have to block here because Shadow Ball can be deadly. We know that Jellicent needs 5 to reach to those Shadow Balls for the first 2 times, while for the 3rd time it needs 4, which can get tricky. Able to reach now to the Ice Punch, they are gonna take it, and I will try to snipe down with the Dragon Breath. This is not looking that good because the Shadow Ball is already ready to go. They got the Abomasnow of their own, but hopefully we can finish off with 1 Ice Punch. This is a race to the charge attack. We can reach there much faster since they are a Razor Leafer, and that's gonna be a great and close game for both of us. Blaziken in the next one, horrible lead scenario, getting out of there to the Kingdra. And if you're wondering, Ganeto, how do you come up with those great team ideas? Well, that is not my idea at all. This is an idea suggested, a team idea suggested by Panzois, who is a member of this channel. So if you want to have your shoutouts as well, just be sure to have your membership joined on my channel, because not only you can get your shoutouts on my videos, but also you can help me even more and support me towards my efforts here with a minimal amount of a price for YouTube. So with that said, now we're just gonna return to the battle with the Ice Punch, gonna finish off this Abomasnow as fast as possible, and now we are just gonna destroy them down because we got the Hydro Cannon against the Fire type Pokemon, and this is why I do not enjoy using the Shadow one at all. You need a regular Swampert in order to pressure a lot with your defensive points, being able to withstand the damage from the counters and still reach to the finishing blow against the Blaziken, which is the main key scenario for our team. Down goes the Blaziken, and at this point I think we have basically secured the victory, and yeah, that is all, trainers. Into the next one now with the Lantern up on the lead. Once again, too many Lanterns up on the lead. So once again, we're just gonna charge up to the Bulldoze. Now let's see how they respond to that. They got the Thunderbolt. They can reach their 1 fast attack earlier than us. So now we'll try to catch on the Kingdra on the next one. This time we managed to do that successfully. So here comes the Surf with no damage output at all. They are almost energy dry. Basadon comes in, and of course Octazooka now is gonna do a lot of work against that Pokemon. We managed to pull off the debuff, which will give us some time to reach to another Octazooka for that Basadon, so they can get there now to the Stone Edge. We can still survive, try to overfarm a little bit. Now gonna throw the Octazooka because I do not want them to get another debuff and still be able to farm a little bit more energy. Even that little amount of energy can work towards their advantage, so avoiding that can be the key to your victory, and it will make the difference between a victory and a loss. So able to get to the Hydro Cannon, do some cheap damage to the Cradily, and now I have another Ice Punch to threat those shields. I think we have to start blocking here because Cradily can definitely threat a lot, and they are basically switch locked in there, which means that we can safely farm up a lot of energy, go for the double Ice Punch, 1 for the shield, 1 for the knockout, but first we got to block on our own because we know that this can be deadly at this amount of HP that we got. Ice Punch here for the deadly blow against the Cradily, immediately switching out to my Swampert. Down goes the Basadon. We have the Earthquake ready to go, and that is gonna be the overkill for the Lantern at this amount of HP already at the red. So this Earthquake is definitely gonna be enough to erase a whole pond of those Chinchaos and Lanterns. Into the next one now with the Sandslash on the mirror. We're just gonna be able to land 1 Bulldoze and that's it, but first we have to play the the bait game. Now we're gonna go for the bulldoze. They managed to take it, so this will give me some time to farm down. Gonna get to the switch out, which was a mistake by my opponent because they were already too low. I don't know what they were doing there. Now I'm gonna take one weather ball and now switch out to my Kingdra. At that point I was trying to catch one weather ball on my Kingdra, but I did not manage to do that so well. So now I'm gonna get to the Octazooka for the chip damage on the Pelipper. And I think that my play here is to go in with my Sandslash to finish off the Pelipper. Of course, we might have gone to our Swampert to do some quick work of their Pokemon. We could farm down with Matshots, but I did not want that, and it ends up being a mistake overall. So now we just have to take one move from that Swampert for sure. Hopefully it's not the Earthquake. They managed to catch on the Sandslash, so all we have to do now is to actually lose, right? Let's together, because we're gonna get there now to the Hydro Cannon, able to get one shield out of them. We can definitely reach to another one, and this is all up to the catch on the Sandslash. You can see the timer coming up. This is not gonna happen though, because Hydro Cannon is gonna connect and hopefully we can finish them off, but we cannot, so that's gonna be a bummer and we're gonna lose this one. So we had the chance here if we could catch on the Sandslash, but it did not work at all, so we're gonna take the loss instead, but still able to go pretty tough against the enemy, and I'm pretty glad about it. Even against hard hitting opponents, this team can still work. So Charizard here with a Blast Burn, we're gonna block it a lot, and Wing Attack, the Wing Attack version of Charizard is a no threat for our Pokemon. We can still do a lot of work against them. Gonna block the Earthquake, so no shields towards my end. They got two, and things are kinda scary for me right now, but still we can pressure a lot with those Dragon Breaths. They're gonna get the debuff on the Swampert, which will give me time to farm down while being pretty safe about the next Pokemon, which is the Charizard. So whatever there is at the back must be weak to my Kingdra, and it is the Quagsire. So now they have some energy on the Quagsire. All we have to do is to go in with the Swampert, tank one move, and absolutely destroy them down with back-to-back Hydro Cannons. Of course, first we have to get ahead of that shield that they got. So Hydro Cannon here is gonna connect to one more for the almost close-up victory, but the shield pops up and we got the Ice Punch for the overkill against the Quagsire, and that's gonna be a great game. No overkill, okay, they survived. I was not expecting them to survive, but still they did. Wow, what a battle. Lantern now in the next one, and we're doing a lot of solid work with our Sandslash once again. Is that the fourth Lantern that we have seen in this video? Too many Lanterns on Weather Cup up on the lead. And it makes a lot of sense, because Lantern is basically the best Pokemon that you can use for this cup, but it really is kind of a troublemaker for my team style, because I do not know what to pair it with. Anyways, gonna get to the outrage. They are gonna block, big brain block here by the enemy. Some others might not have blocked this one because they were also down on shields, but at this point they did the correct job, and I will try to farm down, but I'm seeing that I'm getting too low. Perhaps a Weather Ball can threaten me at this point, and I do not like my odds at all. Able to get now to the surf to spread their energy around. At the back there is gonna be the Bastiodon, and of course we have settled this victory towards our end, because yeah, just an Earthquake for the Bastiodon and another one for the Lantern. They know that, they back out, and that's gonna be a fantastic victory. Into the final one with the Tapu Fini, the most horrible lead scenario that you can get with this line. We just have to stay in though. So about Tapu Fini, they got the Moonblast, which can destroy down my Kingdra. They got the Surfs, which can absolutely do a lot of work against Swampert and of course against Sandslash, while we do not have pretty much anything to throw at them. At this point I sacrificed two shields for them, and I will try to go for the bait here. I was expecting them to go for the shield, but guess what? They didn't. So at this point I'm just gonna pressure even more with my Ice Punch. We're gonna get the shield now, and Kingdra will go in. I was expecting more damage, but that was a mistake for sure. Moonblast in one-shotting down my Pokemon, and now all I have to do is to go in with the Swampert and hope that I can have a chance against them. Trying to get there to the farm down, but I'm seeing that they're getting super close to the surf. Down goes the Tapu Fini after I spend some energy. At the back there is gonna be the Sandshrew, and then it hit me. You have a Sandshrew, you must have a Sandslash as well. So reading teams sometimes can be a game changer for you. Able to reach now to the Earthquake for massive damage on that Pokemon, and one more for the victory with the crazy damage output from the Swampert to the Sandslash. That was absolutely awesome. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying till then. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.